Greetings! Welcome to our show, Ghosts Are Near, where we discuss various aspects of the paranormal and paranormal exploration. I am your host, Keith Johnson, the founder of New England Anomalies Research, also known as N.E.A.R. With me is my co-host and co-founder, Sandra Johnson.
Hello there.
I'd like to start out by sending out a very special birthday greeting to our good pal, Matt Moniz, of course, of Spooky South Coast fame.
Hey, happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday, Matt. Hope it's a great one.
And Ray Dualaby.
Ray Dualaby.
It's going to be his birthday, probably by the time we get this show uploaded.
Oh, happy birthday, Ray.
Husband to Lisa, case manager of N.E.A.R.
Exactly. And this evening we have some very distinguished guests with us from Taunton Paranormal Group, Ed Rodrigues and John Gomes.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
For having us. Thank you.
How was the drive down from Taunton?
It was interesting. We hit a little traffic. There was an accident with the 18-wheeler.
Really?
And we were stuck in that for a little bit. But it was pretty much good after, once you could pass that.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
No thunderstorms or anything?
No thunderstorms yet, no.
So I know that Rob Jacobs, your founder and leader, was supposed to join us tonight, but you know, he's infirm, so let's say hi to Rob. Hi.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Sorry you couldn't join us. We wish you were here.
Here. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
It's not too serious, though. I mean, Keith uses the term infirm. That makes me think like he's gone insane or something. It's
No,
not that
quite.
bad, right?
Although you never know with this field. So.
That's right, exactly. With this field, you never know the
We
nasties.
hope you're well, Rob, wherever you are.
So, Sandra, want to start asking away?
Well, you know, you, Ed, I wasn't. I don't think that we have met before.
No.
And I didn't think that we had met before, but we actually have met.
Yep. I know you guys had a seminar in Providence before, and I attended that. And I talked to you guys on Facebook before. You know, you used to call me Yoshi Man. So we talked before. So
That's right.
Yep.
And then it occurred to me that you actually had your start with Brian Bell's group, our old friend from TAPS, our
Yep.
old.
that's where I started my whole paranormal investigation with HPRS, which is no longer together. Brian Bell decided to go his own way, and I wanted to continue investigating the paranormal because it's something that I enjoy doing. You know, I had a great story when I was young, a great encounter. When I was about 12 years old, in my room, I was sleeping, it was thundering, I woke up and I seen this guy in blue sitting in my doorway. He's like looking at me, and then he fades away. And I'm like, I'm waking up like, what did I just see? Was it a dream, or was it lightning or something? And ever since I woke up next morning, that stuck with me in my mind. It's like, oh, this is with me. And then I see a ghost, and I just got interested in it. And as the years progressed, I started doing cemeteries with my friends. We did a couple of abandoned places. Let's get like a little thrill-seeking experiences. And you know, it was just like jump. And from there, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to join a team and investigate the paranormal. And about 4 years ago, I found Brian Bell. I met him, and I applied with them. And I was with this group about 2 years. And from there, we had a falling out. His group just fell apart. And I wanted to do this for a while, and my friend referred me to Taunton Paranormal, and I've been with them ever since, about 2 years now. So.
Yeah, I think it's always really important to establish with our audience that most of the groups that we have on, most of our guests are people that are not really riding the wave of the television craze. There were investigators before all of the commercial stuff.
You mean it didn't start with TV?
Yeah,
You'd think
Not
it did.
everybody.
Yeah, you'd think it did, but
And
no.
Right, yeah.
Not, I mean, you and I were, long before ghosts are near, ghost hunters,
Right.
long before we were members of TAPS.
Right.
There were paranormal investigators out there.
Yes, just weren't on the
Living
mainstream.
proof.
How about you, Ed? Did you have your own experience? Is that what interested?
Yes, I had an experience as a youth. I was around 16 years old. It's something I still don't talk about, so we're not going to really get into that. But it's what made me want to still find the truth, find out what's going on. And I was talking one day to our co-founder, Lou, and about that. And I had taken a few classes here and there and wanted to get into it, but I was like, well, we'll see. And he said, well, we've got a group going, and why don't you come down and see what it's like? I did my first investigation with Father Bob over at his rectory, and from that on, I've been hooked, and it's been 4 years now.
Okay, great.
So,
Yes, we have had Bob on our show, and he actually, I don't know if you guys were aware, he actually used to come in to the studio, and he was audience for us, and then he started investigating with us.
right,
And,
exactly.
and branched off from there. So we're thinking he might be here tonight, but I guess he couldn't make it for whatever
would have been
reason.
nice to
Hello,
see him
Bob,
again.
wherever you are. What can you tell me about the Taunton Paranormal Group, how they got their start?
It was started back, I'm going to say, I'm going to be out on a limb here, but I'm going to say at least 10, 12 years ago with Rob and Lou. They started the group. It was, for a while, it was just them. And then, like I say, maybe 4 years ago, somewhere around there, they brought myself and 2 other investigators in. And those other 2 investigators are gone now. But I'm still here, and we brought in, right now we're just 5 people?
About
5,
yeah.
yeah. Right now we're looking for help, so that's how that started, I guess.
So
Can you add anything to that?
you're in the Taunton area. We're
Yes.
looking for investigators,
Yes.
or even
From any-
Northern Rhode
right,
Island.
Northern Rhode
or-
Island. Anyone, if you're willing to travel, we're willing to talk to you.
Yeah, I do it. So
Yeah, you do it all the time.
the only Rhode Island member so far. Well, besides Father Bob. Well, I think it's worth it. My 2 years with this group, we get along like a family. We do great cases together.
That's what's important. The unity of it
Yeah.
is very important.
When we're not investigating, when birthdays come up, we celebrate birthdays. So we're like a big family. So we got that trust, and that's what counts, especially when we're out there in the field. The things that we've seen and
You're right.
experienced. Because you guys know in the paranormal, people attack you, and you can't let this get to you. You got
Keep out of the negative aspect.
Exactly.
Exactly.
and just stick together, and knowing what we go through. Not only the ghosts and stuff, we also deal with some demonics as well. And we experienced. I know Ed. I think a couple of clips we're going to show in field where you see me attack, and it's really it's tough out there. But to know that we're together,
Right.
that's what counts.
Exactly.
Yep.
Can you guys sort of elaborate on your work with more extreme hauntings, your particular approach? Do you think it's unique from other?
Definitely. I definitely think of the things that we've experienced in the past 2 years I've been with this group. I've been attacked, I've been pushed, things fly off. It's, it got me like looking around like, what the heck's going on? This is not your normal haunting. This is more of your extreme, and
Yeah.
I'm still like, it doesn't scare me away. This is what I still want to do, and I want to help these clients, because these clients come to us for help.
Still stay with it.
And we do our best to go through it. If you have to get attacked, that's like the scars of war. We have to deal with it.
Yeah, I
And
guess that's the way I put it. Just working with Father Bob, I've done some deliverances with him. I've done, like I said, my first case was his rectory, and that was a demon there. And I was totally new to this whole thing, and I'll be honest, you're looking at it and you're going, you'll see earlier and later on in the clip, there was a shadow figure that sort of sealed it for me. It was like, yeah, this is real. It's not, this isn't the TV game anymore. This isn't what you're watching on TV. This is real. You're in this, and you're seeing it. You know it's not fabricated. You know it's not. That when you see the clip, it'll do it for you.
Sometimes you really have to experience these things to believe. It's so easy to disbelieve. Now, a lot of our audience members may be surprised to hear that a rectory would be haunted by a ghost, let alone a demon. What would your take be on the reason for that? Of course, we have our
I guess
particular opinions,
what
but-
Father was saying was that it followed him from another case, from another group he works with. It followed him to the rectory, and that's why it was there. We don't know. I don't know myself. It's not really been explained, but as far as I know, it's still there. It comes and goes when it pleases.
And once you cross that line, of course, you are watched.
Right, exactly. So.
How important do you guys feel that it is that your group work with actual clergy?
I think it's, it's an important part of the key because, like I said, most of the time when we come in a case, you're not sure what you're dealing with, and then all of a sudden I got scratched, I got, push, punch, whatever. Now this is a serious game, and now that it's demons involved. And the best way, to deal with the demons is a clergy. And I worked with Father Bob in a demon case, and what I seen him do was amazing. And it took about 2 hours to get rid of this demon that was in this house that we did in Barrington. But after that, you feel the sense of, calmness, and it's gone. Like it's amazing. And I think it's really important because these clergies, they know what they're dealing with when it comes to it. They're trained for it. They got the prayers. They got the equipment, your holy water. As we got digital recorders and cameras.
Right, and you do the technical aspects.
Yeah.
Right.
But of course, even Father Bob himself has mentioned. We've talked about this when he's been on our show, that not all clergy are prepared to deal with something like this.
That is correct.
And some of them, understandably, would be very hesitant to deal with something of this nature. Do you ever get to a point where you say, this is it, I've had it, this stuff is real, I want to step back? Do you ever get to that point?
Getting back to that bite again, you'll see the clip later on. I actually thought of, this is not worth it. But once I talked with Jake, I talked with the rest of the members of the team. Like we said, we're a family. This is what we're out there for. We're out there to prove it. We're out there to find what's going on. And I decided to stay, but it was like, no, it was tough. It was like, even the wife said, no, maybe if you're going to be getting hurt or maybe this isn't what you should be doing. But she's on board with the game now too, so.
Great.
Is she, your wife, is she an investigator, or is she just very supportive of you?
Just very supportive. The investigating end of it, she believes, but the investigating end of it, she believes if they're there, she'll stay here. If they come to her, she'll deal with it.
Right, exactly.
But other than that, no, she's not going to chase it.
Well, that is a really good point that you guys bring up, though, about the possibility of being followed home. If it can happen to Father Bob, certainly it can happen to other investigators. Do you take any particular precautions?
I know when we investigate, and before we investigate, we go through a prayer ritual,
Good.
cleanse ourselves, do an investigation, and once we finish, we do the clean and make sure that tell it you're not allowed to follow us home.
Right. Very good.
And so we got our protection. We got holy water throughout the case.
That's an important point, especially for people who are out for thrills. That this is a very real danger, and things can take this personally, and they can attach themselves at times.
Like I say, you're going to see on one of the footage, I don't know when we're going to see that, but
Well, how about if we bring that up now? What's the footage? Is there anything you'd like to say to set it up?
just, it's 9 different cases, well, 9 different clips.
About like the best things that we caught on tape.
Yeah.
We got a couple EVPs in there and a couple of things.
Are they all the different clips from different cases?
From the-
or-
There's actually
Couple-
2 from one case and then the rest are different cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you do have the footage of the shadow entity as
Yes.
well? Okay. Well, let's bring that up now and watch that.
Okay.
Whoa, look at that. Ed got bit.
He got bit. You need a camera.
I need to get
I got
camera.
Get that.
I'm trying to,
You guys seeing
She
this?
just bit him. She bit him.
I gotta get in here.
and I'm trying to get it in for the camera.
Okay, take the flashlights
picture.
off so we can get pictures.
I'm sorry, I want to get it recorded as well. Wow.
Cubicle here, shadow form,
Oh, really?
going up and down, moving.
Right now?
I didn't see it, but it was just a few minutes ago.
I didn't knock that. I hadn't touched the bucket. It was standing up on this box. Nobody was near. Listen.
I will not be coming over there. Well, don't leave. Come on, here.
One more time.
Well, don't leave. Come on, here.
Oh, that's some very interesting footage. And quite fascinating.
Familiar face there.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything.
The
I
first,
hadn't actually realized that you worked with.
actually, that was my first case.
Oh, was it?
That was the shadow. And we were working, like I said, in the rectory with Father Bob. And as you saw on the video, that shadow never actually went across you saw the totes and all this there. It never went across. It stayed right along the wall. Came up and came down exactly as he had explained earlier. So it was like, really, that was kind of creepy. The first one was when I got bit. That was, you might have seen that before too. That was on on the Haunted. I had gotten bitten there, and like I say, that one there wasn't even supposed to be on the case. One of our co-founders had gotten sick, and he called me up and says, "Can you cover for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Of course, I get bit. It's, but that's the one there that just took me. I was like, nah, you don't see it on the video, but I sort of took a little sabbatical that night and sort of just went out into the back room and sort of chilled out for a little while.
Oh,
I
that's
came back into the
understandable.
game the same night. So,
Good.
you wanna?
The following clips that we have was from the same investigation we did. And the first one was from, as one of the guests that we had with us, we did contest that day, and allowing 5 people to go on an investigation, a little fundraiser. So this investigator was opening up this door, and this weird thing comes flying through, and we seen it, reviewed it, and we try and look at it like, what is this? You know, it's not a bug. You know, it's flying too fast. Looks like a bird, but you know, if it's a bird, we've seen it with our eyes. So we couldn't tell what it was. You know, the only thing I could think of is what, you know, they call rods or something. So, and then the next clip, we also have, there was a sensor that we use in the investigations where, you know, you just even in a room with lights come on, there's something in there.
Right.
So obvious in this clip, the light goes on, and before a flash of camera comes on, we're coming downstairs, but this is before we were down there, so something was down there. And that's a couple of great tools that we use that helps with the when we're investigation, reviewing the tapes and stuff that we catch stuff. You know, this is what we actually catch. Anything else you want to talk about, Norton?
I didn't know. I know it's pretty bad. I have to take these off to read. The Norton case, that was also the same case where I'd gotten bitten. That was probably right in the beginning of the case. Well, just getting ready to go out and really do an investigation, and there's no one near this little yellow bucket. It's up on top of some stuff, and all of a sudden we just did this big bang, and Rob looks over and says, "I didn't touch that," because he was the closest to it, but closest meaning maybe to the camera away.
Right.
And that was kind of creepy. That, like I said, that night just kept building. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, the candle moving. We were talking earlier about doing our protection prayers, doing all that. Well, we do those. And this entity followed Rob home. And that was the succubus that we had dealt with on a previous show. And
So that was Rob in his bedroom?
yes, he had some problems during the month, and he decided, well, being an investigator, well, we've got the equipment. Let's set the camera up in the bedroom, and this is what he got. So, like you say, it drives home that
Yeah, again,
everything that we do is not.
Yeah,
it's not for the guy who's just going to say, let's do it for the day, because it could follow you back.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for the thrill seekers and legend trippers.
No. Yeah,
Right.
No.
Yeah.
This is a serious job. It's not a game.
Yeah. Your group was on Animal Planet's The Haunted.
Yes.
Particularly the episode Demonic Seduction, which you've mentioned. Can you elaborate on that some more? Talk about that episode?
Yeah, it was a tough case, and like we stated earlier, it started off in investigation of a store. As the shows in this show, you know, it shows us doing a store investigation, dealing with the spirit there. Jay goes home, the spirit follows him, and all of a sudden he has things happen in his house. You know, I'm being attacked in my bed, you know, I'm being attacked at night, and I can't breathe. I've been hearing screams from outside. And so we come in, you know, we have to investigate, you know, let's see what we catch. And as we investigate, and they don't show that clip in the episode over there, but I've been attacked, Jake's been attacked, I know his son's been attacked. And we got in some good evidence there, you know, it was a really powerful case, and, you know, we had called Father Bob to help out, and it was a real battle. It was really, really tough, you know. It took a while, but eventually we got rid of it, you know, and things has been a little better. You know, I know a couple of small things happen here and there, but.
And it was, they had just gotten, and this is how we wound up on Animal Planet, of course, was they had just gotten a small Pomeranian, and the dog is really, really good with Jake. I mean, they're always playing, always doing this and that and the other thing, but all of a sudden it just wouldn't go near him at all. Bark at him every time we'd come into a room, and Terry was like, there's something wrong, you know, and that's where the investigation came in with the cameras, set it up.
An attachment
right.
that the dog was balking at, yeah. On a lighter note, you guys have a show very much like our own Ghosts Are Near, called Haunted Happenings.
Happenings, yes.
And could you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's a basic kind of a talk show. We have special guests come on. Then we show investigations that we do. So we show a 30-minute clip of investigations that we did and evidence that we caught. And then we talk about what we experienced and show footage, show pictures, and share with our viewers. Because it gives them an idea about what we go through. This is a knowledge of what we experience, and then so that's the investigation part of the show. And then sometimes we have like a regular talk show where we have guests like yourselves who come in and give you knowledge about the paranormal and things that we experience and stuff like that. So, and we had some good guests on there. Father Bob, Carl Johnson's been on there.
You're right.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of who else
I've
was there.
watched it. It's very impressive. I really enjoyed it. Very informative, very informative.
Who are the actual hosts of the show?
Right now, it started out with our co-founders, Jake and Lou Toledo. Lou, for medical reasons, is no longer with the group. And the new co-host is actually my son, Scott. He's moved into that position for now. And we'll rotate that position out, but it's usually just Jake and whoever, but that's how that started.
And the show is broadcast in Taunton.
In Taunton, on TCAM.
and outlying areas.
A couple of areas they show it.
Rainham, I know, and I'm thinking Somerset.
And can people...
It used to be in Rhode Island also, but that changed.
People see it online too?
Yes.
They watch the show. Good. And would they go to what website would they go to
It's
watch
not
the
actually
show?
a website, it's on Jake's actual Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
He's hooked it up that way. At this time, we're working on getting a website. We don't have one at this time.
Because I know, I think Taunton Paranormal, we have a fan page on Facebook as well. And he usually posts his videos on there too.
Okay, so if somebody Googled Haunted Happenings,
I think
They would find it, yes.
They would find the
it on
show.
YouTube too, I think. I think he has a couple of clips on YouTube, I think he has.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys were interviewed by local news personality.
Well, Jake and Lou
RJ
were,
Hines.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How was that?
Last Halloween?
I've never
around
met
there?
him.
We, like I said, that wasn't, I really haven't even seen the interview, to be honest.
Oh.
No, we weren't there. It was Jake and Lou, so.
Oh,
And I
okay.
really, actually, I missed it that night, and I did not DVR it, so.
I seen it. It was good because it shows, it's spreading the word. These people, this is what we do, And, you have Jake talking what we do, the evidence that we use. And then from there, it shows little clips like we showed tonight of what we caught, what we went through.
Right.
So it's basically a good way to spread our name out there, And
Great.
just tell
Absolutely.
people, this is what we do. We're not embarrassed. This is what we love, And this is fun, This is our passions.
Yeah. By the way, we're almost out of time, so I'd like to ask anybody in the studio audience who would like to come down and meet our guest, and start coming down if you'd like. And I feel like I'm an evangelist, a
come on
television evangelist. Come on down. But Siri, welcome to come down and meet our guest.
And while our group members are coming down, if you guys
Right.
want to talk about the future of T.P.G, Taunton Paranormal Group, what's going on for you in the coming months? And
What's ahead for you guys?
We're just going to
You're always doing, something's always going on. You're always doing cases.
Always doing investigations, always doing cases. We're trying to put some shows together. We'd like to see you on the show. That would be possible. Set that up
we
with
will
Jake.
make a point of it.
That would be
Now
great.
that we're over the winter weather finally.
Yes, I know. That's,
Hopefully no more snowstorms.
I know,
We
really.
did have one in May in 1977. May
yes.
9th. But yes, we'll make a point of it.
Yes, that would
Hey,
be
well,
great.
Thanks, guys, so much for being
Thank
our
you.
guests.
Having
We
us,
really
yeah.
appreciate it.
And it was so nice to meet you finally.
See you
and
again
seeing you
soon.
again.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night all.
So everybody can gather around.